Hello, FHS seniors. We know many of you are beginning to start the college application process, which can sometimes seem overwhelming. This video will cover the major parts of the application process and will hopefully clarify many of your questions. There are three major parts required when applying to college. The first is submitting your application to the college. There are a couple different ways to do this, which we will cover. You will also need to request your transcript in Naviance, which your counselor will then send to your colleges. Finally, you will need to submit your SAT or ACT scores. There are two ways to submit your college applications, either directly to the institution or through the Common App. Many schools now provide students with the option of applying via Common App. The benefit of the Common App is that it streamlines student information and can send one application to multiple schools. This eliminates students from having to enter in the same information multiple times. This is a great resource to use if you are planning to apply to multiple schools that accept Common App. To check if your school accepts the Common App, go to their website, click the Explore tab, and then search for your school. You can then begin your application process on the Common App after creating an account. The second option is to apply directly to the institution, and the best way to find applications is through Google. If you type your college's name and application, one of the first few links should take you right to the online application. Let's take Ball State, for example. Ball State does not take the Common App, so you would have to apply directly to the institution. If I completed the Google search, it is the first link to appear, and then I can begin working on my application. Many schools will have you create an account when you first begin the application process. Be sure to check that your school takes the Common App before beginning the process. If you're ever unsure again, just check their site. The second part of the application process includes requesting your transcript in Naviance. Students should not submit their own transcripts, as these must be sent officially through FHS. Students should also not email their counselors about sending a transcript, and these requests must go through Naviance. Requesting transcripts are pretty easy and can be done within just a couple minutes. First, students need to log into their Naviance accounts. If you do not have your Naviance login, please email your counselor. You will then click on the Colleges tab at the top of your page, and then select the Colleges I'm Applying To button. Next, you will click on the pink plus sign on the right side of your screen to begin adding your schools. You can then type in the college name and add the school. As you are adding schools, you must be sure to indicate how you are applying, either via Common App or directly to the institute. Some schools will only give you one option if they do not accept the Common App. Counselors cannot send your transcript until you've indicated this. You can still request your transcripts if you have not yet submitted your application. Once you have clicked through and hit Request and Finish, then you are done. Just be sure to add each college that you are applying to. After you've completed this, then your counselor will be able to send your transcript. Please know that transcripts will not be available to send until after August 31st. There is one other item that must be done in Naviance for any student applying via the Common App. If you are applying with Common App, you must match your Common App account with your Naviance account. To do this, you will log into Naviance and again, you will click on the Colleges I'm Applying To tab. At the top, you will see a pink bar that says Match Accounts. Click on that button. You will then enter in the email address that you're using for your Common App and your birthday to then match the accounts. This should then link your Naviance and Common App accounts so that all the information gets sent accordingly. The final item will be sending your SAT and/or ACT scores. To send these, students will need to log into their SAT or ACT accounts. For SAT accounts, you will log in through collegeboard.org, and for ACT accounts, you will use act.org. Once you've logged in, you will click on Send Scores, and then we'll search the schools that you're applying to and add them to your list. There is a $12 fee to send your scores if you didn't request them to be sent prior to taking the SAT. If you have not yet taken the SAT or ACT, you will want to do this very soon. You can sign up for either of these exams through their websites. Please remember, counselors cannot send your test scores, as we have no way to access your accounts. You must send these yourself. There are a couple additional important items that may relate to some but not all students. If your school requires letters of recommendation, please be sure to talk with your teachers and request these early, as they must all be processed through Naviance. Students should discuss a letter with their teacher either personally or through email prior to requesting one on Naviance. To request a letter, you will log into your Naviance account and select the Colleges tab. If you scroll down, you should see the Letters of Recommendation section on the left side of the screen. Click on this link and then click Add Request, and then you will be able to search and add your teachers. You will then want to decide if you'd like your recommendation letter to go to all of your schools or just one in particular. If your school does not require a letter of recommendation, then you do not need to request these letters. For example, students applying to Ball State, IU, IUPUI, or Purdue do not need to submit these. For those students planning to pursue college athletics, within the NCAA or NAIA, you will need to request transcripts on Naviance as well as submit SAT and ACT scores. You will request these the same way you request transcripts and can pick NCAA or NAIA as an option. Please make sure to discuss your athletic plans with your counselor to ensure that you are eligible per the division guidelines. Throughout the year, we also have presentations by college reps from colleges across the country. Students can sign up to attend one of these presentations on Naviance. Once you're in your account, you will want to click on the college's Home tab. If you scroll to the bottom of the screen on the right-hand side will be a list of all the available visits. We will continue to add more of these throughout the year, and these presentations are a great opportunity to hear admissions information firsthand from admissions counselors or representatives. The day of the presentation, students will receive a pass from the CCA to attend the meeting. Don't forget that FHS does have a college and career counselor, Mrs. Linda Brown. She is available to meet with students and families regarding any of your college and career questions or plans. Her office is located in the CCA office. Finally, please be sure not to procrastinate on any of the items previously discussed. The major deadline for early action for most schools is November 1st. Counselors and teachers cannot guarantee that items requested last minute will be sent. Please don't make your lack of planning an emergency for others. We wish you the best of luck with your applications, and please be sure to speak with your counselor if you have any questions.